Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz. I'm Lisa Sthalekar and I'm currently here in Dubai and Sharjah, and we'll be covering all of the action for Cricbuzz in terms of the women's T20 tournament. It's time for the preview show. I can't go past the Australian side. They've won the last 3 titles in a row. They're looking for their 4th. They've got a core group of players that have experienced ICC events and have been successful and no doubt will be up there again. England is a side that always features heavily in ICC events. They've got the experience and they've also got a bit of the youth led by Heather Knight. India is another side that I will certainly expect to see in the semi-finals. They are a team that has actually challenged and pushed the Australian side in global events. And being in the same group, they'll have a chance to see if they can beat them once again in a group stage. And the 4th and final team, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. It could be South Africa. They were the runners-up in the last edition in South Africa. Or it could be potentially a West Indies side. You just never know, because the T20 game is the shortened format and it brings everyone a little bit closer together. If Sri Lanka probably wasn't in the group with India and Australia, I certainly would put them as a chance to qualify for their first semi-finals. I think West Indies has an ability to flick the switch, and we know the T20 game is all about the West Indies and their power. They've got Deandra Dottin back into the West Indian side, so look out for them. They have every chance of going all the way, led by Harmanpreet Kaur, who's actually mentioned that this is the strongest side she believes that they're bringing to a T20 World Cup. They seem to have all bases covered. They've been able to have some strong performances in recent time, and obviously the Women's Premier League has probably exposed a lot of those domestic players at the highest level, and hopefully for India's chances they can compete straight away. I certainly feel it's the top order. Shafali Verma, Smriti Mandhana. I think if they can get off to a wonderful start in the power play, they've got a chance to relax that batting order and be able to post a decent total. The question mark will be around, can they actually chase down totals when pressure is on them? From a bowling point of view, I certainly think they've got all bases covered, and the fact that they've got the seam options of Pujavastrika, Renuka Singh, but even from a spin point of view, Dipti Sharma, and it feels like the length of their batting order has certainly improved over time. They've got to take each moment as it comes. They've got to be able to switch on when those key moments happen. And don't worry, they've been in situations where they have really pushed an Australian side, an English side, and looked like they were going to make a final or win the final. They've just missed out on those key moments. So they've got to make sure that everything comes together, and that requires their senior players to step up, but also it's their younger players, which I'm most excited about, that will grab this opportunity and make a name for themselves. Deandra Dottin from the West Indian side. She has retired from international cricket and now made herself available. She was the first female player to score a century, and it was the fastest century in T20 international cricket. That was way back in 2010 in the West Indies, so I can't wait to see what she does. And from a bowling perspective, Taylor Valamic from the Australian side. She's been out injured for a long period of time, bowls absolute thunderbolts. I can't wait to see what she can do with the ball in hand, and hopefully the conditions here in Dubai and Sharjah will certainly assist the fast bowlers. I actually think Nat Sciver-Brunt, she's going through a wonderful purple patch, so good with the bat, really important with the ball, so I think that she might get to the top honours. Has to be a top order batter, doesn't it, in T20 cricket? Beth Mooney, she's always there and thereabouts. Well, I'm not quite sure what these pitches will actually do, whether it will favour spin or seam, but I know spin bowlers play an important role, and Sophie Eccleston from England is a standout, so I expect her to be high up there. Well, I can't go past Australia. They've dominated in this format, though we do know that all teams are hunting them down and the gap has certainly closed. The West Indian team. I think T20 cricket is built for them. They've got some firepower. They've got some younger players through the women's CPL that hopefully have been exposed and will perform straight away at this ICC event. Taylor Vlamic. I've seen her clock it over 125 kilometres an hour. I hope that she gets close to that 130 kilometre mark. That would be exciting to see. Well, there are a couple of people that certainly have the power. I think Sophie Devine from New Zealand has every opportunity. Grace Harris from Australia, if she can get into the playing 11 and get a chance to bat. And also don't discount Freya Kemp from England. She is a bowling all-rounder, but has had stress fractures and she's kind of come in from a batting point of view. I've already seen a couple of big sixes. I wonder if she'll get the biggest six.